This is Ciaran of the Chronicle, and I'm here with Aaron Williams, Director of the Peace Corps. He'll be speaking at the university this afternoon on the importance of public service, international volunteerism. And he was nominated by President Barack Obama, sworn in August 2009, and he actually worked as a Peace Corps volunteer in the Dominican Republic in the late 1960s. So first, I just wanted to ask you, what first drew you to Peace Corps work, and if you could tell me a little bit about the Dominican Republic and your work there.
Sure. Well, I think I was inspired, even though I was very young, by what I heard about President Kennedy and his speeches. And so then I met a recruiter at my university, and I decided I was going to think about the Peace Corps because I was about to start a career as a high school teacher in the south side of Chicago. And I said, let me see if I can think about going to a place where I could learn a new language, where I could experience a different culture. And so I decided the Peace Corps was the way to do that. The person who I spoke to was the recruiter, was just very well informed and had been very much like I used to be. Grew up on the south side of Chicago, so she convinced me this was a good idea. Now, I got to tell you that when I told my family and friends about that, they told me, why are you doing this? You're the first person to graduate from college in your family. You have a great job now teaching high school in Chicago. Why would you go join the Peace Corps? And the one person who thought this was a marvelous idea was my mother. She thought this was really a great idea, and so God bless her. And so then I was fortunate enough to be assigned to the Dominican Republic, where I was a teacher trainer. I was assigned to work with a large group of rural school teachers who were in a program whereby they were going to gain a high school diploma over a period of 2 years and at the same time improve their overall teaching techniques. And so as a certified teacher, I was put in the program to work with them. And I became very much dedicated to this group of rural school teachers in the central part of the Dominican Republic who gave up their Saturdays during the school year, gave up their summers during vacation, so that they could improve themselves and improve the way they taught the children in their classes. Pretty amazing group of people.
Wow. And so now you're director of the Peace Corps. And so as director, do you have an agenda? Are there any specific policy changes to the organization as a program and a government agency that you'd like to see implemented?
Well, I have 3 areas in terms of my priorities for the Peace Corps. First of all, we want to have growth. We now have received a significant increase in our budget because of strong bipartisan support in the U.S. Congress. People are really supporters of the Peace Corps, understand our mission, and still view the Peace Corps as the gold standard for international volunteerism. So we want to grow. We're going to grow by going into some new countries. Some of those countries Peace Corps was initially in during the Sergeant Schreiber era. And we're also going to grow by building on successful programs in the countries where we now serve in education and health and microfinance and the environment and agriculture. Because the fastest way to grow, actually, is to build on existing programs that are very successful. So growth is my first priority.
Okay.
The second priority is innovation. We're going to create an Office of Innovation at Peace Corps, and we're going to use that office to take a look at all of our operations. We're going to look at how we recruit volunteers, how do we train volunteers. We're going to consider improved ways of training our staff. We're going to consider ways of improving and modernizing our IT platform at the Peace Corps to be more innovative and more interactive with volunteers. We're going to look at our financial system. So across the board, we're going to be very innovative. And one of the reasons why it's important for us to look at innovation, because the new generation of Peace Corps volunteers in the 21st century are very technologically savvy. And so we need to engage with them in a way that's going to allow them to do everything they can do, be creative, and again have this wonderful Peace Corps volunteer experience. And then finally, my third priority area is the so-called third goal of the Peace Corps. Historically, the third goal of the Peace Corps is for an American to have an experience as a Peace Corps volunteer, then to bring that experience back home and enrich your own community. And so one of the things I want to do is engage with this wonderful community of 200,000 returned Peace Corps volunteers now in the United States who are leaders in all walks of life, in medicine, in education, in business, and to engage them in ways that will help the Peace Corps enhance its profile here in the United States, encourage more people to join the Peace Corps and take advantage of this wonderful call to service that President Obama has put out in terms of national service, and to enrich our society.
And so, how do you specifically plan on, bolstering recruitment, especially on, college campuses with young people?
Well, one of the great advantages we have, such as the case here at Duke, is that we have a large cadre of returned Peace Corps volunteers who are here at Duke, and they're our best spokespersons, actually.
Right.
Because they've lived the experience, and they're enthusiastic about the Peace Corps. I just finished meeting with a group of Peace Corps fellows here at Duke, and about 20 individuals who all had tremendous experience in the Peace Corps, and so they're our best salespeople, if you will. And so we're going to increase our staff on college campuses and make sure we reach out and get the message out. The Peace Corps is growing, and it continues to offer a wonderful opportunity for Americans to serve overseas.
Okay. And I guess, what about the Peace Corps and crises? Like, I know, do you guys ever do things with, natural disasters? Like, for example, Haiti, was the Peace Corps active in that?
In terms of natural disaster, it depends on the country where this occurs. If we're in a country and there's a natural disaster, you can be assured that Peace Corps volunteers respond and volunteer their time to assist in the national disaster relief effort, working in concert with other U.S. government agencies and with the affected government agencies of that particular country. In the case of Haiti, we did not have a program in Haiti. We left Haiti in 2006 because of political turmoil. But in fact, we do have a small group of Peace Corps staff that are working in Haiti as part of the U.S. government's interagency relief effort.
Okay. And I guess I'd also like to ask, why do you think you were chosen as director?
Oh, I think a couple of things. First of all, I have always had a lifelong love for the Peace Corps because the Peace Corps changed my life forever. I never imagined growing up on the south side of Chicago that I was going to have the opportunity to have a career in the foreign service, that I was going to become an international development professional, and at one time, and then sometime in the future, have the opportunity to lead the Peace Corps. So I think it was well known within the return volunteer community and in U.S. government circles that I have a passion for the Peace Corps. And I think it's a wonderful thing for a former volunteer to have the chance to be the lead person at the Peace Corps. So this is just an extraordinary opportunity. I will be eternally grateful to President Obama for giving me the opportunity to serve. It's a privilege and an honor to serve once again at the Peace Corps.
And did you know the president before you were nominated at all, or?
Well, I had been one of his supporters from the time that he ran for the Senate. Okay. But we really had never worked together.
Right, I see.
Yeah, I left Chicago way before he came to Chicago.
Gotcha. And then I guess, so when you were in the Dominican Republic, I thought it'd be interesting to ask, like, what's one experience there that, really stood out for you and solidified the Peace Corps as, what you think of it today?
I think one thing that was really extraordinary for me when I got there and started working with a group of 50 rural school teachers, I was only 20 years old, just graduated from college, and I saw that they were dependent on me to help them move through this course in order to attain their high school diploma. They were sacrificing their weekends and their summers with their families to improve themselves and to also to be able to become better teachers for Dominican students. When I saw the level of sacrifice and the fact that they saw me as being an integral part of what they wanted to achieve personally, professionally, it was just an overwhelming commitment I was determined to work 24/7 for the 2 years I was there to really try to make a difference. And that was an extraordinarily amazing learning experience. And for a young person at the age of 20 to have this responsibility in a complicated, complex situation, it's an experience that will change you forever, and it did change my life forever.
I mean, I feel like a lot of young people, they know like vaguely of the Peace Corps, and they think, they do really great work, but that's not something I would ever do. How do you sort of like bridge that gap and make the connection and, I guess, sort of publicize your work and really attract new volunteers?
Well, I think, I always tell people that I was an ordinary young person in America like everybody else who saw an opportunity, and it turned out to be the most extraordinary opportunity of my life. 200,000 Americans have seen the same opportunity, have had a chance to do the same thing. And it's important for us to be sure that we continue to provide opportunities for Americans to serve. That's why it's so important for the Peace Corps to grow, so that more and more Americans who want to serve, who are responding to President Obama's call to service, can serve in the Peace Corps and have this singular opportunity. And I think that when people are presented with the chance to do that, and they're presented by people who are very credible in terms of their own Peace Corps experience, such as you have here at Duke,
right,
with the Peace Corps fellows and other returned Peace Corps volunteers, and also professors who have been in the Peace Corps, either as Peace Corps volunteers or as staff. I think when they see that opportunity and you explain the opportunity and what they can do and the contributions they can make, it's really going to make a difference.
Okay. All right, great. Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for the interview. It's great to talk to you.
We'll be